intro. You know, it's nice when the governor gives you the intro, but I appreciate that. Everybody, welcome to Grand Forks. What a phenomenal turnout. I'm just feeling all the positive energy. Coming from the sports world, you can feel that energy in the room, and I just love it. For anybody that's not from Grand Forks, there's something you need to know about Grand Forks is we show up. Whether it could be a UND hockey game in Las Vegas. It could be, there's a few, right? All right. It could be the farmer's market downtown, or it can be Recovery Reinvented on a Thursday, and Grand Forks shows up. So everybody out there, not just Grand Forks people, give yourselves a round of applause for being here today. I'm keenly aware that I'm the last person keeping everybody from lunch, and I just found out we paid for it too, so that's that is good to know. So with that, I'll try to be brief and try to be brilliant, but I can only probably guarantee one of those two things. So, first of all, I want to thank the governor and the first lady and their team. When you have the chief executive of your state that's willing to take on an initiative like that, I don't think people realize how unique that is. In other states, it's going to be kicked down the bureaucratic chain, and the governor might get a report here and there, and it's just a thing they check off the boxes. But having a governor and the first lady that are going to take the initiative and drive this forward and create the momentum and create the positive outcomes is just phenomenal. So give them a round of applause, please. And we got to give Jonathan Holth a round of applause too. I've got to work with Jonathan quite a bit the last couple of years. He's on a lot of different boards that I'm on. He also manages a couple of businesses. So his wife and my wife probably need to talk, because I think we're spread a little too thin these days. But give Jonathan a round of applause for taking on this role. I think our society's in a really tough spot right now. We've got sort of this crude animal out there that's called social media, where everybody puts their best face forward, their idyllic life, the perfect image forward, and all of us get to look at that, and everyone depicts that as if it's reality. That's not reality. We all know that's not reality. Every single person, not just here, but every single person has dealt with substance abuse and addiction, whether it's personally, whether it's family, whether it's friends. We've all dealt with it, and we all know that that is the reality that actually exists. I'm fortunate enough to get to be the mayor of a great city, of Grand Forks. It's a great job. I'm very, very lucky. You try to put, when you're in these leadership roles, you try to put a strong and competent image out there and project strength, but I'm no different than anyone else. I had a family, I come from a family that was destroyed from substance abuse and from addiction. And I think it's important to share those stories, that people can see that their leaders have had to battle that as well. I recently spoke at the Rally for Recovery about a month and a half ago. It was downtown at the town square here. And at that very time, I remember the date, it was September 14th, and I was thinking about what I was going to say, and I said, I've got a great personal example. At that exact moment, I had a dad and a brother that were both in inpatient treatment for substance abuse, for drugs and alcohol. My dad, my father, Louis, was in St. Cloud at the VA hospital going through a 45-day treatment. And my younger brother was down in Florida going through a 30-day inpatient treatment at a facility down there. That was just in September. Since then, my dad, unfortunately has relapsed. It's been a lifelong struggle for him, and something that the whole family is always dealing with. My younger brother, unfortunately, has followed in those footsteps. And it's affected his life tremendously. He was, when he was 18 years old, my younger brother, he's 8 years younger than me, but when he was 18 years old, his best friend died of a heroin overdose. His name's Britton. My brother's name's Britton. Britton and Austin tried heroin together for the first time about 3 months before that happened. So now you've got this kid, his best friend just died. He's got to figure out, how does my life go forward? Do you think that kid's gonna, as an 18-year-old, gonna be able to have a quick and a short path to recovery? Absolutely not. I mean, addiction is a disease, and it's a tough one. And he's been on a 14-year struggle and continues to fight it, but we continue to have hope. You have to. And I'm not here today just to talk about the struggles. We can talk about that, and that's very important. We got to talk about the positives and the hope, because I don't think there's ever been a time in human history, probably, that there's been this amount of resources and this amount of people that are there to support people's path to recovery, whether it's their own path, a friend, a family member, and just looking at this room, that just fills my heart up to see such a tremendous turnout on a topic that's so very important. So we need to continue to pray for those small little nudges that can make a huge difference in somebody's life. And some people, we know it's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take a lot of work. But I know that the people and the resources are in place, that we've got a chance to turn the tide and actually fight this battle and start to win it. So thank you for that. Lastly, I want to thank everybody that's here. The amazing thing about the recovery community is that everybody wants to give back. I mean, it just fills my heart to get to see people tell their stories that they struggled with recovery. Now they're able to help somebody else. At the same time, they're helping themselves. I don't think there is another community that does that in the way the recovery community does. So lastly, I just want to thank everybody that's here today, that's a part of this movement, that's helping to create positive outcomes. One more time, just give yourself a round of applause, and God bless everybody. Thank you.